Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 1, and we are learning unit 5. This is a beautiful lesson with title Good Habits. Today is lecture 3, and under the title of punctuation we will learn about question mark, and we'll cover page number 44 of your book. Before this, in your previous class you have practiced use of question mark, application of punctuation mark. And in unit 4, lecture 2, I taught you about full stop. I hope you remember. That was also punctuation mark. And today we will learn further, and we will recognize and use a question mark at the end of a question. This is our today's essay. Yes, my dear students, let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says in Surah Yusuf, verse number 7, verily, in Yusuf and his brothers, there are many signs for those who ask questions. Yes, my dear children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning question in Quran. It means to ask question is encouraged, but it should be a sensible question. Okay, we should not ask too many questions, but yes, if it comes to the to get knowledge, to understand something, to gain, we should ask question properly. Raise hand and say, excuse me, miss, I want to ask this. This is the way. And this is when we speak, it becomes automatically a question. But when we write, how to differentiate? Let's see. Here are two statements. I saw a rainbow. Have you seen a rainbow? And that's here. You see? Here, rainbow is here. So, my dear students, this is rainbow. I saw this. And have you seen? Do you notice there is difference in both sentences from the punctuation point of view? This sentence ends with a full stop, right? It means this is the end of this sentence. We don't want to say anything further. But this statement ends with a question mark. It's a question. So what we understand from this, that at the end of a question there will be a question mark. When you see this mark at the end of any statement, you should understand this is a question. And whenever you write a question, you should put this mark at the end of the sentence. Then that sentence becomes a question. Right? Okay. So we use a question mark at the end of a question. And what is a question? It means when we ask or inquire about something. And where do we put this question mark? Where do we put question mark? At the end of the sentence. You see, this is a question. Where do we put it? And this mark is showing it's a question. All right. So we put it at the end of the question statement. All right. Now open your book on page number 44. Let's see what your book says about it. Here it is. Punctuation. When we ask something, we use a question mark. When we ask something, we use a question mark at the end of the sentence. So, at the end of that sentence where we put a question mark, it becomes a question. All right? And if we don't put, that is incorrect. That is a mistake. All right. So, here examples are given. Where is my little dog? Okay. So, where is my little dog is a question. That's why we will put a question mark at the end of this sentence. The next is, how are you feeling now? Again, it is a question. That's why what we are supposed to do? Yes, now you know we will put a question mark at the end of this sentence. And how do we make a question mark? It's very simple. You see, it's like this. Okay, like this. This is a question mark. Okay, so open your book on page number 45. Here are the sentences. What we are supposed to do, rewrite the following sentences using question mark in your notebook. You have to write these sentences in your notebook, and the way I showed you, this sentence is incomplete without putting question mark, so you will write it and you will put a question mark at the end of every sentence. Now pause the video and write these sentences in your notebook. Okay, enjoy the activity. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Very good. Now, I'm giving you homework. Read the questions and circle all the question marks on page number 39 and 40 of your book. This is your homework. There are many question statements on page number 39 and 40. At home, you will open your book, you will read the question statement, and you will circle the question mark at the end of all the statements, and then you will show it to your teacher tomorrow. And here I am giving you a worksheet. Here I have a message for my fellow teachers. Along with this video lecture, in description box, lesson plan, worksheet, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may download it, take a print, and facilitate yourself. This worksheet is there. Give this print to my dear children for practice. And dear children, what you're supposed to do, rewrite these sentences and put a full stop or a question mark. Now you are familiar with both punctuation. So if it is a statement, you will put a full stop, and if it is a question, you will put question mark, and you will complete this worksheet. So in this way, today we have covered, we recognized question mark. That's it. Do we recognize it? A question mark. And we practice the use of question mark. In this way, we achieved our today's SLO, to recognize and use a question mark. That's it here at the end of a question. Did we do it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, take care. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.